Hi, everyone. Catherine Corona, welcome. Welcome to Healings and Reflections. I have two thoughts for the day. I had my cats, my naughty cats, brought in two baby bunnies, different times. But they weren't hurt, so I kept them in a cage and took care of them for a couple days and just kept thinking about where I could let them go. Their eyes are open so they can be on their own. And I fed them slivers of carrots and grass and alfalfa, and they did not look happy at all. So yesterday on my walk, I saw a bunny house at a neighbor's barn area. And I know they don't have cats, and there are some hawks close by, but I thought this is the safest place. So I got up really early before anybody was up, and I brought them over there, and those baby bunnies just ran into that rabbit house. So I was thinking today of it was such a gratifying feeling to let the wild animals free, because they were just miserable in the cage. It was just obvious, even as tiny. I mean, they were this big. And I was thinking about that in terms of my reflection for today. We all have a wild part. We're part of this natural world. We are a biological species that for thousands of years, tens of thousands of years, just live so close to nature. And most of us don't know. But so I think there's a part of healing when we can let that wild part of us free. And I don't know what that would mean for you, but you probably know what that means for you. For me, a lot of times it means getting on my bicycle and just tearing down a hill, and I just feel free. For me, it means sometimes getting in my car and just going into the mountains and going for a ride and sitting by a river. Whatever it means for you to let that wild part free, it's really an important part of healing and becoming more of who you are. The other reflection, not such a fun one, but really necessary for today, is I was thinking about this Mideastern saying, pray to God and tie up your camel. So my teacher, John Roger, was course correct. One of the things managing projects, and I'm managing a construction project now, actually, or when I put my album out and managing that project, as I'm sure you know, is you put a timeline, you take action steps, and you follow those action steps and you course correct. Same thing with healing. So the question to consider, and I'm posing today, is how can you be excellent in this healing process? We're doing a lot of work on the inner, which a lot of people neglect or don't know how to do. But the outer, there's a saying, God is just like pray to God and tie up your camel. God meets us at our point of action. So over the years, and I've been doing this for years, I've honed down a system for myself, and I want to show it to you. I've tried a lot of different systems for tracking what I want to create, promote, allow. And with healing, this is my system that I do. Most of these are supplements that I do and peptides, but it's also water and how much water I drink. Then up here, I have these 4 things that I do every day: stretching, the affirmation we talked about, conscious breathing, and singing, because I'm a singer. I have an album. Well, I got edema in my throat. Anyway, I'm having to do these exercises from a voice therapist, speech pathologist, to get my vocal cords to work properly again. So it's part of a physical exercise. And then, so this is really simple. When I do these supplements, I check them off. I have morning I do, evening I do. I put marks for my water. And then when I do my vocal exercises, my breathing and my stretching, I check them off. That's what I do. You can come up with any process, but and this is fun for me. I love checking these things off, and it keeps me on track. And then once a month, at the beginning of the month, I hand write all these things. It takes me about an hour. but then it anchors by writing it and thinking about it. I could do it on the computer, right? But for me to write it down, it reminds me of my habits that I'm instilling. So if you haven't come up with something, I just encourage you to come up with a tracking device and a goal device. Then on the back, and I haven't done it yet, but on the blank page, I'm writing down all the areas that it's my intention to heal. So my back, my hip, my vocal cords, my lungs that were damaged. And then you do it, you need to do medically. I'm doing, because my lungs seem to have been damaged from this virus. I'm getting the doctor, and I'm getting out of breath, which I never got out of breath just walking to my barn. So the doctor prescribed a CT scan, which is amazing. Once you have cancer, they prescribe everything. Which is it's great in that regard. So I'm getting that done today. So we pray to God these meditations, which is basically a beautiful prayer that we do every morning. And then we tie up our candle, do the doctor things that they suggest if they seem reasonable. Make a tracking sheet for yourself if you want to, and put your goals and think about your vision. Another thing you can do on the back is put your vision down of what in 6 months you're healing. You're 33 days and you're 6 months. So I'm going to put that down, and I even keep my pen right on this, so I don't have to go search for my pen, and it's just there on my kitchen counter. And I do this twice a day. It's so easy. I've been doing it for years. So it's just automatic now. That's the outer part, the action that God meets us at. Come up with, and you might not come up with the perfect one for yourself right away. It's taken me a long time to come up with the calendar system that I really like. That may not be the system for you, but you can change it. So you get a system that you love. Let's go. Yeah. So let's find our breath. Let's go inside to the soul, to the spirit, to this inner meditation, really inner prayer, inner opening to what is bigger than ourselves. And breathe in the life force energy that's in the air, that's in the oxygen, that is sparkling and alive and invigorating. And breathe in again. Hopefully you breathed out, even though I didn't say it. Just in and out. And every breath in and out, nucleus of the cells, the atoms, and all the parts of your body, and ligaments and fascia and brain, eyes, ears. Think about those places in your body that you set your intention to heal. If you hear that noise, that's the vibration on my phone buzzing away. Somebody's calling me, but we'll just let that sound help us to go deeper if you even hear it. Always learning. Next time I'll leave it outside. And just a normal breath. And just feel that pranic life force. However you feel it, maybe you see it in your mind's eyes, a shimmering light, and maybe you heal it. Heal it. Maybe it heals you as you hear it, meaning there's a rhythm there. There's a pulse. And this goes right into your emotions and anything you set in your intentions to heal in your emotional level, and then your mental level, and any habitual thoughts. Maybe you set your intention to heal, expanding into more beautiful, inspired, brilliant thoughts, wise thoughts, guiding thoughts. And just a whole sense of well-being in all of your consciousness, all of your beingness. And in this moment, we now invite the presence of our souls, that we might awake to the presence of our soul, that we open up our awareness to our soul. And in our mind's eye, we see our soul, its radiance, its song, its rhythm, its harmony, its eternity, and its connection with the Great Spirit itself. Its connection with creation in oneness. And in your mind's eye, you just look into the eyes of your soul. And your soul looks back at you with unconditional loving, with the highest regard for who you are, with the understanding of all you've been through, with the acceptance of all parts of you just as they are, with the wisdom of your destiny, with the understanding that holds you through the challenges and strengthening you in your service to others, to your family, to your friends, to this life, with the acceptance of this life, and this life with all its hurdles, challenges, joys, fun, magic. And in this place of oneness with your soul, you embrace and open to the magic, the magnificence, the grace, the miracles of your life awake in soul, as soul, in oneness, in unity, in communion with that which is greater than all of us, with that which is spirit, with that which loves us, with that which is us, inside of us, inspiriting us, breathing us. And your soul lifts you to infinity and even beyond infinity, to the formless from which all creation is made. And you hear a sound. It's the sound of formlessness being formed into creation. And you understand that all comes from sound, and the beauty of the sound and the breath and the pulse and the rhythm and the harmony of God itself, creating everything out of love, creating yourself in love with love through loving. And in this loving, all is brought into the highest of goods, into the most well-being, into your full potential in existence, into great service and communion. a few minutes in stillness and silence to experience the magnificence of soul and communion with soul and its communion with everything. And look back into the eyes of your soul. These beams of light that surround you, infuse you, your body, your mind, emotions, all parts of you. Your energy centers all move to harmony, all healed. And you let your soul come right into your body. And your body lifts to that energy of your soul, healing everything, making everything perfect, bringing everything into its highest expression, its highest wellness, strength, well-being, its highest good. If there is anything in your existence that you no longer need, that no longer serves you, it's taken into this energy of soul, and they're dissolved. And those places filled with light and sound. You breathe in that energy of soul. You know you are your soul, and it is you, as well as living in this vehicle of the body, mind, emotions. You embrace it, open every part of yourself that may not have felt worthy to bring in that divine energy. And you let that go, and all the divine energy of the soul is with you, and you accept it as you. And you notice yourself transfigured in this light. And you look like an angel, the soul realized as yourself. And you have only goodness in your mind, your heart. All is love. All is well. All is free. And you're free. To express as who you truly are. And you celebrate this liberation. And it serves the planet. Bring your awareness to your breath. Rising and falling. The healing breath in your body. And when you're ready, you can drift off to sleep if it's your sleeping time. You can open your eyes if you're moving on to something today. Namaste. The blessings already are. Birish Vishan. Thank you. We'll see you next time.